I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be 17-year marriage is ending. So I got an email here from a guy who basically tells me that the love of his life, his wife of 17 years, and I assume the wife of his children because he talks about family, so I just assume that they've got kids, has basically told him that she loves him so much that she wants to have a trial separation with him. And he doesn't want this to happen, obviously. So this is a pretty traumatic thing. And he's apparently just found out about my work. And this is what's typical. Guys usually don't come to me because everything's going great in their life. They usually come to me because things are fucked up, or they're messing things up with a girlfriend or a wife or a fiance or a chick that they met that they're trying to attract. And so what's great about this is you get all kinds of perspective. Guys in relationships, guys that are trying to pick up women, guys that are in the middle of dating women that they're hoping to turn into their girlfriends or their fiancés or their future wives, or guys like this whose wife has just basically said, I'm fucking out of here, dude. So he says, I've been married 17 years to the woman of my dreams. That is the problem. She has always controlled the relationship because I have not acted like the man I should be. Unfortunately, I found your website a little too late. Well, maybe a little too late for your marriage, but you're going to have a lot of fucking fun going forward, my friend. But we'll get to that in a minute. So she plans on moving out tomorrow. We have 4 kids, and I feel like my world is turning upside down. I feel your pain, dude. I know what it's like when a relationship ends and you don't want it to. It's like getting fucking kicked in the stomach when you weren't even expecting it by some dude with a big combat boot on or something. He says, I've done all those things you've said not to do. Begged, pleaded, gave her all my power, and acted like a wuss. She wants a trial separation. He says, I provide a great financial home for our family. And that's nice. That's great provider energy. But love is playful and fun. It's not serious. And at the end of the day, a woman's going to choose sex and excitement and mystery over a guy who does very well and pays all the bills because it's not exciting. She is adamant that there is no one else, but she says she no longer loves me. She did have an emotional affair with a good friend of mine a couple of years ago. It's been very hard to trust her since. And the reason that women do things like that is it just makes up for what they're not getting in your own relationship. I don't want our marriage to end. I feel like there's too much worth fighting for. What advice would you give? Well, the first thing I would say is that it takes 2 in a relationship. And the things you got to look at objectively is she's moving out. She's like, I'm fucking out of here. And you stay in your house and you take care of your kids. And if your wife wants to leave your family, baby, I love you. If you don't want to work it out, I want you to be happy. But if you change your mind, give me a call. Because I love our family and I want to keep us together. But if you leave to go choose what you want and choose what you desire, then I want you to be happy. But keep in mind, I'm not going to wait around on you. Because I love you, but I'm going to fucking party like a rock star and I'm going to have a good time. So I wish you the best, and I'm going to have the best, and you work out some kind of arrangement with the kids. There's no reason that you guys need to fight and be enemies because you love each other, or at least you love the children, right? And so you need to make things good for your kids and just work out an arrangement where she spends time with the kids when she wants to, and she has her time with them, and you have your time with them. And same thing, if she's going on a date, you got to totally let her go because the bottom line is she's leaving. She's already left. She's decided the relationship is not working for her. And at this point, there's nothing you can do to get her back because she's leaving. And you can't force somebody to do something. So what you got to do is you got to let her go, sow her oats, do whatever she wants to do. In the meantime, I want you to read my book 10 to 15 times so you get to know the information so well you could teach a class on it. You could even be a coach like me someday. I mean, the point is you want to know the material so well you don't have to think about it. Because there's so many different situations and things that women can throw at you. That's how you can best be prepared. And then what I want you to start doing is once your wife is out of your house, and I know it hurts and I know it sucks, and sometimes you lock the door in your bedroom when your kids are asleep or whatever, bawl your eyes out and scream into your pillow, whatever you got to say, express your feelings, express your fear, your anger, your hurt, whatever, get it out of you, because you got to feel it to heal it. If you just stuff that stuff down inside with alcohol or food, or you go out and party with your friends all the time, you're just avoiding the pain, and what you resist persists. And so if you want this to dissolve, you want the pain to dissolve, and you want to move through this difficult time as quickly as possible so you can get back up on the horse and start getting laid and having a good time, then take time to feel your pain, because you got to feel it to heal it. And by feeling your pain and feeling your emotions and being totally 100% authentically present, you will experience your emotions and your pain just like children do. If you notice how your kids experience pain, they fall out and stub their knee and they're screaming bloody murder like somebody chopped their legs off or ran them over with a car. And then you go and you look at their leg and it's just a little red that didn't even break the skin. And then you kiss their little boo-boo, and then 30 seconds later they're dancing and prancing all around the house like nothing ever happened, like life is great. And that's how children express their emotions. But we as adults, we're like, oh, we're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to have feelings. We're not supposed to cry. We're not supposed to get upset. So if you take time to be alone by yourself and just speak authentically whatever in your heart, whatever the pain is, without judgment, just say it. What'll happen is when you are totally authentically present, within a matter of minutes, you'll move through the pain, and like 5-10 minutes later, you'll realize you'll be doodling on the internet somewhere, and you're like, you were just fucking bawling like a little 3-year-old 5 minutes ago, and now you're answering emails and you're having a great, and you're like, oh, life is awesome, and you won't even realize it. And it's because when we don't experience our emotions, especially our dark emotions, they get stored as muscle tension in our nervous system. And as we age, when people continue doing that, that's why people get like hunched over and their backs are all fucked up, and they walk like fucking Frankenstein and stuff like that. It's because it's a lifetime of muscle tension and feelings and emotions that they never felt safe enough to feel, that just fuck their physiology up, and it really impacts, and it's debilitating in your ability to experience life and have a good time. And so take the time to do that, but when the weekends come, go hang out with your buddies. I know you're not going to feel like it. Don't sit there going, oh, my wife left me. No, you need to be immersed in the stuff that I teach so you can be looking around and growing your skills. And if you want to have any chance of getting your wife back, you got to learn the stuff that you didn't know, and you got to exhibit it, and you got to get good at it. And then here's what typically happens. She goes off and has her little life and does whatever. You don't call her, you don't pursue her, you don't text her, you don't do nothing unless it has something to do with the kids. And don't invent reasons to text her to have something to do with the kids because you're trying to force something to happen. Just be all business and focused. And, if she has the kids on a certain day, make sure that's going to happen. If you make definite plans with her, as opposed to leaving shit up in the air, or things where you got to call and say, hey, I got a date tonight. Are you going to come babysit the kids? And then she'll, oh, I can't make it. I got a date myself. Fuck you. You don't want to have those kinds of things happen, because if she's going to bail on you or not going to follow through on what she says, then make sure you get a babysitter lined up, because you got to take care of you in this situation. You got to focus on making you happy right now. And so if you can start meeting and dating and going out with other women and practicing these skills, you'll start getting laid, you'll start hooking up, and you'll start gradually feeling better. And if you take the time, and if you get overwhelmed with really painful emotions, if you experience those, it might be every day you're bawling your eyes out for the next 2 weeks when you get home for work or whatever at 11 o'clock at night after your kids are in bed or whatever. But the point is the more you do it, the more you feel your emotions, eventually you'll become just like a child, and you'll move through it in no time. And then that way, when the weekend comes, you can go out and party with the boys, have a good time, meet some chicks, create a nice online dating profile. I wrote an article called The Ultimate Online Dating Profile. Just Google Corey Wayne, The Ultimate Online Dating Profile, and that'll come up, and just follow that. And that'll be another source of great leads or prospects for women to practice on. So 3 months from now, or 6 months from now, or a couple months from now, if there's even a sliver of hope with potentially getting your wife back, and she realizes that most men out there are douchebags, and then she'll start noticing all these changes in you and the confidence that you have and the swagger that you have, she'll start thinking, you know what, maybe the grass really isn't greener on the other side. Maybe I really had something great at home. And then she'll start going, oh, I kind of miss you. I kind of miss the kids. You're like, well, come on over, baby. Let's just make dinner together and have a good time. I'll get us a babysitter. And have her come over, you make dinner together, start fooling around, and then you have great fucking makeup sex. And she leaves the next day, says, last night was amazing. Yeah, it was. Can't wait to see you again. Or, hey, how about we get together for dinner Sunday night? make another definite date and start dating and courting your wife again, because that's probably what happened a long time ago, is you stop dating and courting your wife. But what you got to do in the meantime is you got to prove your skills, and you got to grow a set of balls, and you start acting like a fucking man. So if your wife actually wants to come back or thinks about it, when she calls you on the phone or she sees you, she's not going to still think, oh, you're the same fucking weak guy and I have to do everything. Because women don't want the power in the relationship. They want you to control the direction of where the relationship goes. So if you have a question you want to ask me in a future video newsletter, or there's a topic you'd like me to cover, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, and your challenges. And just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to any page on my website and click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And if you want to get a copy of my Kindle ebook, How to Be a 3% Man, on the right-hand side of my website, right underneath the email sign-up box, there'll be a little box that'll have a link right to my Amazon Kindle page. You click on that, and then you can download the Amazon Kindle version of my book to your smartphone, Mac, PC, iPad, any electronic device in under 60 seconds. And just make sure you download Amazon's free Kindle e-reader app, because the great thing about that is whatever place you leave off on, it'll be that way on all of your devices, so you'll never lose your place in the book. Only takes 60 seconds. And I will talk to you soon.